Welcome back to Legalese Translator. My name is Heather Hui-Twin, and I'm once again with Toronto civil litigator Heather Douglas. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
In the next few videos, we're going to talk about some Latin phrases. Today's phrase is stare decisis. Okay, now I remember I was really surprised to learn about this concept in first year of law school. For some reason, I just assumed that the law was mostly common sense, but as soon as I learned about this concept, I realized that I was wrong. So Heather, can you explain to us what is meant by stare decisis?
Stare decisis translates as stand by the decision. And the concept is that similar cases should be decided similarly.
Now, do you have an example to explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, an example of that might be, let's say you get a traffic ticket, you're speeding, you're going 75 kilometers in a 40 kilometer per hour zone. And you go before the judge and you say, there's no defense, you're just, the prosecutor presents the case, everyone testifies that you were driving the speed limit, you acknowledge you were driving over the speed limit, and the judge decides you're guilty. You've contravened a section of the Highway Traffic Act. Another person, they have a same or similar set of circumstances. They're also driving 75 in a 40 kilometer per hour zone. And they go before the judge and all that evidence is established, that you were driving 75 in a 40, then the judge should also find you guilty of contravening a section of the Highway Traffic Act. So in both cases, you should have a same outcome in that you were found guilty of violating this legislation, going over the speed limit.
Oh, I see. Right. So what would you say would be the advantages of this principle?
The advantages of this principle is that, one, there's consistency and there's predictability. So you can, let's say you go get a lawyer and the lawyer can look at your case and they can tell you what a more likely result would be. Another advantage to that is that there's some restrictions on what the outcome might be of a case. So it's not like every time you go, you're spinning a wheel and it's a surprise of what the court will do.
Now, are there any disadvantages to our system?
One of the disadvantages can be how rigid this concept is. So sometimes the case law develops in a way where you want to update it to the social norms. Not everything that is considered improper today isn't going to be considered improper in the future. So you want to have flexibility in the law. And one of the issues with stare decisis is that it could bind a judge to making an outcome that isn't keeping up with the current social norms.